Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we had finished checking out the internal mysteries of Delisad over there. We had found the key, traveled into the depths of Delisad, looked at the shadows of the past, the memories that remained in that place, and then had a surprise visit from Mordrembor right at the end saying that Amarthael and that the Angmarim had found Narquil, her lesser ring of power. Amarthael, who turns out is actually the daughter of Laerdan. And that so much of this was because of his love for her and his mistaken thought that he would be able to cure her of the possession by Amarthael. So we've told all that to Candeleth. She's told us to bring the rotted diary back over to Elrond, so that is what we are going to do right now. We are going to run right on up the hill and see if we can grab a swift travel with the stable master up here. There should be one available, and we will see you when we arrive over in Imladris.
What can I do for you?
We are here at Elrond's stables. Now we are going to mount up on our own horse and ride over to the last homely house itself. See if we can find Elrond. He will be, of course, in his study. That's where he almost always is. Unless you happen to be doing a quest, in which case you will ever and so often find him somewhere else. But we are going to go over there. Once we reach his study, we will rejoin you. We have arrived back at the library in Elrond's study. Let us travel down to the lower floor once again. I wonder what new evil is stirring in Angmar and why it chooses now to come forth. Well, I think we can help answer some of those questions for you, my friend. Laerdan's failing.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
Your tale fills me with sorrow, Gnarlo. The fall of Narmeleth is a sad tale known by few, and then only in part. Of her imprisonment by Laerdan following the Battle of Fornost, I knew nothing. It grieves me that Laerdan believed I would not suffer Narmeleth to live. The slaying of a captive is not the way of the elves, and she would have been safe in my house, though she remain Amarthael. I believe we can guess at the sad fate of Sarah Oakhart, last in a long line of Narmeleth's keepers. I do not doubt she treated the daughter of Laerdan kindly, but her payment was doom, and more than that. Amarthael learned the dark arts from a cruel master, and it seems she took the visage of her jailer for her own, an unhappy fate. I am certain of one more thing, Gnarlo. Angmar has not yet recovered Narquil. The ways of the enemy are the ways of deceit. Do not give in to despair. If Narquil had been found, Amarthael would have recalled her minions, and she has not done so. She may have learned some new information concerning its whereabouts, but her servants have yet to find it. Of this I am sure. We must remain vigilant against them, as always, and continue our search. Elrond's gift. I shall definitely be keeping that. I said I've kept everything. I've got Gandalf's thanks still. I'll have Elrond's gift. And that is a nice one. 16 vitality, 16 will, 97 morale. On use gives an instant morale bonus of 662. Yeah, we shall go ahead and swap that over. Boom. Did you see it does have a cooldown timer on it? I think, 5-minute cooldown timer. But it's a clicky so that you can right-click on it and activate it whenever the cooldown is down. In fact, usually I drag it down here onto the bar and use it as an extra heal. And you can right click on it and it'll give you that quick 660 boost of morale there. Alright, let's talk to Elrond. I'll bet we're going to be starting a new chapter. I mean, a new book. Yes, we are. Book 12, Chapter 1, Elrond's Request.
A strange fate brings you hither.
We are knocking these books down here, people. Though I believe that Angmar has not yet recovered Narquil, soon they will learn something of its keeping, if not from their long search, but from Laerdan himself. The tortures devised by the enemy can mar the mind as well as the body, and Laerdan holds great knowledge. I would lay this task upon you, Gnarlo. Return to Calenglad and Evendim and seek Laerdan. It may be that his time in Middle-earth has already been brought to an untimely end, but I have my doubts against it, for Laerdan is strong and willful and will not easily betray his purpose by force. Go quickly to Calenglad and Evendim and find any tidings that you may of Laerdan, be they good or evil. Alright, Elrond's Request. Good day, sir. I'm assuming... Let's see here. Yep, they finally took the diary off our hands. So it will disappear somewhere in one of these shelves here in his study. We will no longer have to carry the sad and accursed diary of Sarah Oakhart with us everywhere we go, reminding us of the fate of that poor woman. Now it's back over to Tinadir in Evendim, and let us talk to Calenglad once more. So we are going to go back out here to the stables, get us a horse, maybe several horses to ride, back over to Evendim, and we will see you when we have arrived back over beside that lovely, lovely lake. Back in Tinadir after all this time. I seriously had thought perhaps we had left Lake Evendim and the poor, cursed, ruined city of Annuminas behind us, but nope. Looks like we have duties to deal with here still. And you know, someone should go and rescue Laerdan. Poor elf has had probably enough troubles in his life. Calenglad, I have a request from Elrond.
How can I be of service?
Hail, Gnarlo, it is well that you have returned, though it be under such circumstances. Word has come before you, an elf messenger out of the house of Elrond bore tidings that you have come to seek the fate of Laerdan.
What do you need?
Well, I wish I had this kind of speed that these messengers and stuff have. They must have a special straight from Rivendell taxi ride over here. I had to make 2 stops to get here. Alright, Chapter 2, Unfit Fate. The enemy has not been idle in your absence. A great host has removed to Angmar, or so their trail led that way, for we did not follow them long, believing it to be some trickery or ill deed. Of the fate of Laerdan I have heard no word. My scouts have reported that a number of Marthiel's servants have been making furtive movements around Annuminas. Excuse me. Maybe it is that one of them holds a clue to what you seek. Go and defeat the Angmarim that still plague the city of Annuminas. One of them must know something of Laerdan. So it's back over to Annuminas. When we arrive there, we are going to defeat some Angmarim. See if any of them have a clue as to what is going on with Laerdan. And I'm sure return to Calenglad here with the...
What do you need?
With the clue. Alright, let's travel to the Men Arain. There we are. And from here, it is just a trip up the road until you get to Annuminas itself. So we are going to mount up and head that way. Alright, we shouldn't have to go far. I would imagine just once we get within the gate. hopefully we'll be able to kill one there. And it will have what we need. Along with that, we've got that deed where we've still got, what, 2 or 3 of these tombs we need to walk up to and see which of the kings are buried here. So if I remember right, there's 8 tombs here for the first 8 kings of Annuminas. I love the way these things spawn in by digging up out of the ground. Okay. Come on, let me into the city. This is good enough, I suppose. Are you gonna be what I want? Nice to be able to hide right in front of you, isn't it? Okay, you have acquired Amarthiel's command. Is that what we were after? An official Angmarim missive. Well, there you go. Let's go ahead and loot all of those. And let's take a look at what it says. Laerdan has been very useful to us already. Make with all haste to Barad-Tiran and receive their further instructions from Ain. Okay, that didn't take long. I thought probably be the first one that we kill would drop something. So back to it, and back over to Calenglad. And we'll see you when we arrive back on the island. We are returning from the city. We are carrying our scroll with Amarthiel's orders on it. And we are going to give it to Calenglad and see what he has to say.
What do you
About
need?
Laerdan's unfit fate. What have you there? Orders from the enemy. This might be of some help.
Greetings.
Chapter 3, Barad-Tiran. It seems there is a chance that Laerdan yet lives. It is well that Laerdan's life has not been squandered at the treacherous hands of the Angmarim. But what have they learned from him? I fear now the folly of allowing the unhindered passage of the enemy out of our lands. But for good or ill that deed has been done, and now you must make all haste to Barad-Tiran with trusted companions, for there lies the last hope of Laerdan. Once his usefulness to the enemy has been served, his life will be forfeit, unless they have some evil contrived for him. Hurry now to Barad-Tiran. My scouts have reported to me that most of the Angmarim have removed from that place, and now only a small contingent remains behind to spoil and lay waste, believing in their folly that we will not return. Speak with Forcon when you are ready to leave. Quest is meant for a fellowship, so we need to speak to Forcon and enter Barad-Tiran. Okay, that is where I think we are going to leave it. It will be a short episode today, and we will get some more done this evening, because we have a big fellowship type quest coming up, a big instance coming up. So we will make that a episode all on its own. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.